Keir Starmer suffered a humiliating own goal in Prime Minister questions when an attack on Boris Johnson over the British economy spectacularly backfired. Labour's Sir Keir Starmer attempted to rattle the Prime Minister across the dispatch box by listing comments made about Boris Johnson by some of his own Conservative MPs. One such Tory was reported to have described the Prime Minister as a Conservative Corbyn. Sir Keir's attempt to attack Mr Johnson over the comparison was quickly knocked back by the Prime Minister, who reminded MPs who had campaigned on multiple occasions to make the Islington North MP Britain's next leader. The Labour leader told the Prime Minister, "My personal favourite is this is a document circulated by his backbench, in which they call him the Conservative Corbyn. Prime Minister, I don't think that was intended as a compliment." Week after week he stands there and spouts the same nonsense. The economy is booming, everything is going swimmingly, the people should be grateful. But whilst he's telling Britain that we've never had it so good, millions of working people and businesses know the reality. Mr Johnson told MPs, a couple of quick points about Mr Corbyn, the right honourable gentleman for Islington North, and first of all, Keir Starmer tried repeatedly to get him elected as Prime Minister. Speaking from experience, he's relatively dynamic by comparison over the right honourable gentleman. The Labour leader asked, when did screwing business turn from a flippant comment into economic policy? He said, he's not just denying how bad things are, he's actively making things worse. His 15 tax rises are throttling growth, and the director of the CBI is so fed up he's reduced to saying, can we stop Operation Save Big Dog, and move to action stations on the economy. We know what the Prime Minister says about British business in private. I think that's pretty unparliamentary. But when did screwing business turn from a flippant comment into economic policy? The Prime Minister said there has been massive investment coming into the country, helped by the way by a 130% super deduction for business investment. Mr Johnson's game playing was compared to Love Island, with Sir Keir warning the Prime Minister could be booted out for giving the public the ick. The Labour leader said, he says the economy is booming when it's shrinking. He's game playing so much he thinks he's on Love Island. The trouble is, Prime Minister, that I'm reliably informed that contestants that give the public the ick get booted out. Mr Johnson replied, we're helping people with the cost of living, with £1,200. On July 14 the money will be going into people's bank accounts. Why can we do that? Because we have the fiscal firepower to do it, because the economy is in a robust shape, with record numbers of people in payroll employment. He added, he has the chance now to clear it up. He can oppose Labour's rail strikes right now, he can disagree, I give him that opportunity, let him disagree with the union barons who would add to people's costs in the coming weeks. Sir Keir countered, I don't want the strikes to go ahead. He does so he can feed on the division. He said, he's in government, he could do something to stop the strikes. But he hasn't lifted a finger. I don't want the strikes to go ahead, but he does. He wants the country to grind to a halt so he can feed off the division. And as for his boasting about the economy, he thinks he can perform Jedi mind tricks on the country. These aren't the droids you're looking for, no rules were broken, the economy is booming. The problem is the Force just isn't with him anymore. He thinks he's Obi-Wan Kenobi, the truth is he's Jabba the Hutt. Last week he stood there and boasted that we would continue to grow the economy. This week it turns out the economy shrank for the second month in a row. How does it help Britain to have an ostrich Britain with his head in the sand?